Garage owners, are you looking to increase your prices but you don't know where to start? Well, this video is for you. So essentially, first thing you want to do is know your number before you make your move. So make sure you look into what your current costs are. So you want to look at your cost per hour, everything from rent, electricity, how many hours you're open a day. You want to be making sure everything's calculated. How much an hour of work costs you. Then put a margin on it. So make sure you're making a decent amount of profit. And then find what you should be charging then. Do not actually be going to your competitor down the road and check what they're charging and then just stick around that. Research shows that actually a lot of independent garages have failed because what they did is they opened at the same rate as the opposition down the road, so a competitor down the road. They opened with the same hourly rate, and then they've not been reinvesting. They've been staying busy, but they've not reinvested any money. Instead of just been barely surviving. And because you're not reinvesting, you're never going to grow. So you want to make sure you're pricing yourself where you're making a nice margin, not where the competitor is down the road. Now, once you know where you want to move in one confident jump, not in small increments. So a big confident jump of £5 to £10, let's say, increase per hour, but you giving it good communication, telling your customer, lands a lot better than £1 every few months. They're just going to notice that. We're going to think it's a bit, slimy. But if you do one big jump and you make sure everyone's aware, you send a little SMS, let's say 3 to 4 weeks before it happens, then it's going to land a lot better. Now, you want to tell people in advance, and you do not want to apologize for it. Do not apologize for it. So you want to basically send an SMS or an email to all your customers being like, hey, we're going to be increasing the prices. This is just to match, let's say, current inflation, or this is just to, so we can make sure we're giving you constantly a better experience while you're with us. They're going to understand. They're not going to stop coming to you if you've raised a tiny bit. If you're making massive jumps, let's say doubling your prices, obviously that's not going to sit well with a lot of your customers unless you know your customers well enough and you know their pockets are deep enough for this. However, most of the time communicating it is going to land a lot better. Do not apologize, because actually apologizing for raising the prices makes them think you're not worth it. It makes you sound as if you're saying you're not worth it. You're saying, oh, I'm so sorry, we're going to have to raise the prices by £5. Almost sounds as if, yeah, you're not worth the extra £5 then in that case, if you're apologizing. So make sure you don't apologize for it, but you want to be confident with it and make one big jump a year. Should be fine. You don't want to be doing small jumps every few months. Now, next thing you want to do is protect existing bookings. Any existing bookings that have already been made, and I would say even ones that have been made within a week of you giving the announcement. Let's say if you made an announcement 3 weeks before, let's say you should give for those 3 weeks running up, and any existing bookings, you should all give the old prices. Do not increase prices on them. This isn't something that's going to look good. This isn't something that's going to make them very happy with you. You don't want to increase prices on existing bookings. Next thing you want to just be watching your bookings. So you want to see how they increase, decrease. You don't want to be looking at complaints. You want to actually be looking at how the numbers reflect on paper. Let's say if you had 10 bookings before coming each month, now all of a sudden you have 9. You lost 1 booking, but you increased by £10 for each booking, and you still end up coming out at a profit, let's say, overall. That's going to be still good business. You're doing actually 1 job less and you're making more. That's the whole idea of increasing prices. That's the whole logic behind it. You're going to unfortunately lose some customers. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. However, the amount you lose, you want to try outweigh with how much you actually gain back in profit. Now, there's a few ways you can actually reduce how many customers you lose. So the main one is having an amazing service and being memorable. You want that customer to always remember, yes, I take my car to you. I always will go to that mechanic. If they're going to give you referrals, they're going to give you an amazing lifetime value customer, which is going to constantly keep coming back. This is super key. You want to make sure you're doing it, make sure you're giving them this experience, making sure they come back. Mechanics don't in general put that much effort in customer service, unfortunately, nowadays. So make sure your team is constantly being trained on top of it, staying on top of it, and doing everything they can to actually constantly get customers coming back, leaving the best experience possible. This should be key for you. This should be very, very high priority. Next thing you want to be doing is specialist rates. So obviously if you're, let's say, doing electricity work within a car, you're going to be charging more hourly. You don't want to be charging the regular. So for specialist jobs, customers are aware that you're going to charge more. They already know if they went to the dealership, they're going to be charged, 200% what you guys are going to be charging either way. So knowing that you're charging more for a specialist role also gives them the emphasis of how important it is. They're going to understand that. Let's say if you're doing electricity work on a car, let's say diagnostics or anything, you might be charging it a bit extra. Let's say instead of £60 an hour, £100 an hour. So that's kind of obvious. You want to make sure you're also doing that if you're not already. The underlying thing is that your reputation is what actually lets you charge more. So make sure you're focusing on the quality of service you're doing. Make sure that when you do increase the prices, they don't even feel it because they're going to keep coming back. Last experience was so good and memorable, they're going to keep coming back. And obviously, because of Delica, they know that they can get really, really expensive for something badly break. They know that they can trust you with it and trust that they're not going to get scammed. They're going to keep coming back to you even if you're charging £10 more an hour. So raise your prices, but make sure you have very good, loyal customers first, getting a good reputation from your business. So I hope you guys found this useful. Please try out motionbookings.co.uk if you're interested in getting all of this stuff tracked and having bookings online. If you guys want any more advice, please check out the YouTube channel. I've got quite a lot of videos on there telling you can grow your business and what you should be doing already if you're not. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.